What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Yoshii. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Gaia. His name is Kvoth. The map is competitive, mega random, and I'm never going to get... It's always going to be competitive, mega random. All right, guys? From now on, this is all we play on. Maybe. And if that's the case, then I just say I'm back with some Age of Mythology, the Titans action, and you already know what map we're playing on. But the map is competitive, mega random, and we've got a fishing map. Guys, if you take a quick look here, This is part of what makes this, I can't say it as the observer, but part of what makes this map really, really good is, and much better than the Land Unknown, for example, is that if there is fish on the map is going to tell you that there is fish on the map. Therefore, no excuses. You will always be allowed and ready to do whatever you need to do where that's concerned. Now, whether you want to choose to fish or not is up to you. But let's just say that fishing is kind of necessary. So we've got an interesting map layout though. The fishing maps are not always the same. This map here, we've got a very, very large amount of fish here on this map. I would say it's roughly about, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 18 fish each or 15 fish each. So, and they're all nice and close to the shore. So unlike Mediterranean, one might think that this could be a Mediterranean style map here, but it's very much not Mediterranean. I would say this is closer to an Anatolia style map than a Mediterranean, just on the fact that the docks can be right on top of each of these fishing spots and very, very easily defended. So we might not be seeing a crazy big water fight that we would normally see, or we might see a crazy big water fight. I don't know, but it seems to me that the best play here would be to spam docks and try and defend your fish going up a little bit later than normal here. That all being said, it is a very, very close spawn, so not going to be any issues for the Gaia player advancing to the next stage, not going to be issues for the Set player advancing to the next age. Now, furthermore, the players don't know how much fish is on this map, so they're not going to know... they're not going to know that they need to build 15. They're not going to know they need to build 18. Whenever it happens, you got to scout it out. You got to know exactly what's happening before you commit to a strategy. I wouldn't be surprised as we get further and further into the meta of competitive mega random that the first fishing ship that pops out for both players is actually going to be a scouting fishing ship, just to make sure that you're not going to get roasted by by not really knowing exactly what you're playing into. But in this map, because there's lots of fish, no one's going to get punished for overfishing here. So we'll see how it's all going to go. We've already got Oceanus coming through for Kvoth, and Yoshii a long way away from advancing. He is going for a fish boom. If we can check out the resources here, he does not have his, I don't think he even has his temple up just yet. Going to be spamming those docks, and this is going to be up to Kvoth to try and deny this. And this is one thing that's very different here about... When I said this is like an Anatolia map, one thing that's very different about Anatolia to this map, even though the defensive nature of the map is definitely still here, you can't just sack one side of the water like you could on Anatolia. You can't sack it. That's not how it works. So Kvoth might be able to just overpower Yoshii in the early game, especially if he decides to throw down a barracks or something. He's getting himself his hand axe and his pickaxe and his extra citizens coming out. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe even an early purse scene here for Kvoth, as that's exactly what he's going to be doing. And he's also going to be getting his Bareem out. So he's making it all happen here in this game. But Yoshii is simply just going max abuse here. Look at this dogs. Let's count them, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 docks. He has 8 docks, ladies and gentlemen. Is that Is that one too many? I don't know. The house are trying to come up on this location. There is a stray bear here that Yoshi's converted. He's going to be able to keep for quite some time as the Bream going to be circling around the map looking for something to do here. We'll see if Kvoth is going to be able to work this one out. And he has already thrown the barracks down. He will already be making Murmillo to try and clean these docks up. I actually think that maybe the better play here for Kvoth would be to go to the heroic age here and start getting access to some of those siege ships to take out these docks a little bit easier. But Kvoth now on his way through Ptah, completely fine here to be garrisoning his fishing ships into these docks if he so chooses, but a little bit under the pump trying to work out what to do here. This villager getting denied. There's another dock trying to be coming up on this position. The priest here might get sniped as well, but one villager down for Yoshii as Kvoth draws first blood here. Roaming around the map with his Bream, trying to just snipe some fishing ships. The docks being nice and defensive. We will notice that in the very center of this map, it is completely, it's a complete forest. So if you win the water, you get rewarded with a forest here that you could potentially jump onto in the very, very late stages of the game. As Kvoth going to be healing his ships back up. This is very smart to be doing this with his Caladria and his Servant running around getting some early chip damage done with his Breams, bringing it back, getting back to full HP. No problems. Yoshi's got himself a lot of wood in the bank. I wouldn't be surprised to see Yoshii actually grabbing a town center here, considering the way he's playing, as we do see a cheeky raid here with a potential fishing ship snipe there. Nice play there from Kvoth coming in and getting that one. Meanwhile, these Breams still coming forward for Kvoth as the gold coming in. We do have a monument to the villagers coming up. Still no armory. We got a cheeky wall up here already. And was that Gaia Forest? Or what was it? I've got no idea. I don't see... I don't know what he cast. Anyways, the Murmillo coming in onto this location here, going to be sniping down this dock as the cabinet's going to be getting pulled back. And this is going to spell a little bit of trouble here for Yoshii as his docks, while they're very, very good at stopping the Breams from pushing forward and preventing themselves from dying, they're not so good at stopping the Murmillo, who are going to be able to easily clean that location up. We do have some units coming forward for Yoshii here, looking for something to attack. The Bream's pushing in onto this location, trying to take down these cabinets as best as he can. He does drop the Carnivora on the back. They're going to be able to easily take down one of those cabinets as the Bream having a lot of success here in this game. The Murmillo are going to continue to push forward over here. Wouldn't be surprised to see more docks getting thrown up for Kvoth. He's already getting himself that second town center. Kvoth is always incredibly fast here with his economy, utilizing a lot of Gaia's bonuses. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a decent amount of economic upgrades. He's already got himself shaft mine. There would no surprises to see a bow saw coming in fairly soon as the units moving forward here for Yoshii. Going to spot these villagers on this gold mine. Kvoth doesn't yet have himself the speedy citizen upgrade, but he will be able to take down these bears very, very quickly. And he's got those Murmillo to pull back if he so chooses. We'll be doing that, potentially heroizing those to deal with the Wadjet over here, no problems. We see the double citizen coming onto this town center as well. Going to be looking for 3 town centers to continue into the mid game here, as the cabinet's going to be hanging out on this position here as the Breams get pulled back, get healed back up. Be careful not to leave these Murmillo quite on the side of the shore just yet. And now Yoshii just going to be holding back here as his town center just about up. A barrack's going to be coming through. There is a handful of hunt on this map as well that he can grab. Gold mines around the corner as well can get grabbed as Kvoth going to be attempting to push through yet again. Yoshii fighting not underneath dock fire against a very, very strong amount of Kvothian ships. That is the technical term, I would assume, as the cabinet's going to be retreating back. Yoshii shooting those arrows at the Breams from those docks. He could very smartly just roam around the pond here, but finding underneath 2 docks here is going to be his best bet, it would seem. It's the town center just about up. Kvoth probably not going to be too upset with losing a couple of Breams here in order to get some more citizen out, especially now he's got that extra town center up. But it's not going to matter too much for Kvoth because he's going to be at nearly full population here for the majority of this game. He just needs to remember that winning the water here is not the be all and end all. Even if he is Gaia and Gaia probably wins the late game against Set, he does have to be careful to not worry too much about this water and make sure he focuses on land a little bit at some point here as well. As the cabinets coming in onto this position, they will snipe down one fishing ship going after another fishing ship. Kvoth not paying attention. The bonus damage the cabinets get onto fishing ships just makes them very, very good at raiding. As we see 4 fishing ships getting taken out here. Kvoth making the move around with his own Bareem as the cabinets have claimed 4 fishing ships there with that raid. Nice play from Yoshii. As he's now throwing up those barracks. And do we see... What else do we see coming through here? Kvoth a little bit low on the food situation. He might want to consider getting some of those farm upgrades. I mean, he's lost a lot of food from this raid coming through as the cabinet's not quite ready to take this fight over here, even though Kvoth's got tons of resources in the bank. Could probably very simply win this fight. Yoshii going to have to think about retreating here. He has cut off the retreat path with some Bareems on the top side of the map here. Meanwhile, on this location over here, we do have barracks coming up. The Murmillo trying to push through to prevent this gold mine from getting targeted down. The Axeman, there is only one of them here. And even though the Axeman does get that bonus damage against infantry units, one Axeman does not beat a handful of Murmillo. That's not how it works. And Yoshii will have to pull back and retreat into his town center here. As you do see a stray villager that was trying to repair up this dock does get taken out. Meanwhile, over here, more of these cabinets getting finished here as well, as Kvoth now finishing off these walls. This is very, very Mediterranean-esque in a way, with these walls coming up on the side of the map. But we'll see if this game is going to continue in that pathway. Yoshii not yet grabbing himself this town center makes it a little bit difficult for him to keep up economically, because he's going to be losing all of his fishing ships here, it would seem. And Yoshi's kind of given up on the water right now, as the dock getting taken out. Copper shields coming through for Kvoth as well to help him out. But, I mean, the only real thing that I can think of for Yoshii right now would be some sort of villager shifting sands shenanigans here, because all the units of Kvoth are here and here are shifting sands onto this town center to take this down with the help of infantry units and the like. Could be one way at which he could cause some serious damage to Kvoth, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kvoth has kind of already expected that. Has he got masons? No, he doesn't. He will be able to advance to the next age very, very shortly. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. Very Gaia-esque here as he's moving forward with this citizen. He might be taking some of my advice where I say, like, if you've got like this many resources, just send a citizen forward or 2 citizens forward and just spam buildings. Because that is one of the strongest things you can do with Gaia. Spread that Gaia lush, have a good time, live the dream. Going to be seeing Yoshii attempting to make his way through. He can't get through the... He can get through. A classic Age mythology shenanigans moment. Who'd have thunk it? Villagers on this gold mine getting pushed off as Yoshii can't defend that one. He does have this gold mine over here, so doesn't really need that location up there, but as of this moment, Kvoth's got to be very, very happy about his position. He's in the heroic age, he's going to be mythic age very, very shortly. Tons of gold in the bank, getting himself immediately the Salt Amphora upgrade. He doesn't really refish the map though. I mean, he doesn't need to because he's already got all the citizens, but fishing is definitely a lot stronger than citizens or farming for that matter, as we see more palace coming up over here as the gate's been taken out. The Yoshii slingers will spot this, but Yoshii needs to spot this to deny this one. he doesn't actually see it go up, it's going to be a bit of a problem. And there's the Atlas coming through for Kvoth as well. No surprises here. Atlas is such a strong Mythic Age god, giving it, especially against the classical army of an Egyptian player. Implode's going to kill every single one of those slingers, every single one of the axemen, probably take the population down to about 90. If there was 40 population of slingers or something, they would all die. Now starting to see some watchtowers coming up for Yoshii as he is desperately going to be attempting to hang on in this game. It does seem to me now that Yoshii has managed to find his way into a position that he has basically got full villages. He's kind of stabilized on the economy in a way. He's going to be advancing. He just has to defend here and take this game late game if it's at all possible. And I think Yoshii's kind of aware of that because he's chucking up towers here, realizing if he can get these up and get Axemen out, he should be able to hold for a little bit. But Atlas coming through means Fire Siphon, which means smashing through this very, very easily. The other option for Kvoth here, very simple option, is to go Titan Age. But there is a Shifting Sands that you have to worry about a little bit here. As we do see Kvoth has managed to find his way into the main base of Yoshii just a little bit, trying to hit some of these villages. The towers going to be getting some damage done onto the Mamilla here. Do we have crenellations? Not just yet. Medium Axemen coming through. Nephthys just about to pop here. As the implode does get dropped down straight onto those villages here. And it seems like all the villages getting taken down. That's so much damage, and it completely opens this location up as well, as now Yoshii's in the heroic age himself, throwing down more barracks. Gonna have to deal with Contarius, Destroyers, Arcus, the whole works, the whole kit and caboodle. Now the army going to be making their way over here. We do have a Stray Leviathan that can hit some something over here. His Ancestors is forced down here. We've got the hero Contarius getting converted by Kvoth as he's trying to get this palace up on the front. He's already got himself heavy infantry, heavy Arcus as well, heavy archers, and more economic upgrades and armory upgrades, coinage coming through as well for Kvoth. He's going to be starting his trade route as well. Got his market set already on this location as the coinage is going to be coming through very shortly here. Do see a Shifting Sands onto this location to try and take the palace down. A bit of a desperation play here for Yoshii. He's dropping his villager count down quite a bit as he realizes how strong this this palace is going to be. 121 of 145 population. Yoshii with plenty of resources in the bank, but he does not have the production just yet. Handful of buildings getting thrown up on the back here as the push coming through for Kvoth seems inevitable for the town center to be falling, especially with the help of those dryads. A couple of priests coming through here as well for Yoshii as he's finally going to start targeting down those dryads. A handful of villagers trying to repair this one back up. The Carnivora gets dropped down as the palace goes down. So too does the town center, and in that moment Yoshii does tap out, and Kvoth, his never-ending destruction of Egyptian players with his Gaia, continues as he completely eliminates Yoshii from this map. He destroys the water nicely, and just some solid follow-up there from Kvoth with the Mythic Age timing enough to take this location down. Really well played here from Kvoth. Really, really fun, interesting map here with the water like this. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.